Still running around on a basic mount in Warcraft? Here are the easiest World of Warcraft mounts that you can farm right now. Simple drops, minimal grinding, guaranteed mounts you can flex. First up is definitely one of the more stylish and easiest Shadowlands mounts that you can still get, and that's Sinrunner Blanchy. She's basically this ghostly red skeletal horse with a glowing saddle, and honestly this mount looks like it costs gold, but you can get it for completely free. You'll find her in Ravendreth at the coordinates 4379 down near the water in the Endmire location on the map. But here's the twist, Blanchy actually only spawns once every 1 to 2 hours and only sticks around for about 5 minutes, so when you see her you have to move fast if you want to interact with the NPC, and you'll need to actually visit this NPC 6 days in a row and bring her one special item each day. It's a super casual one, it just takes a little bit of time investment, just under a week, but there's no combat, no dungeons and no annoying reputation grinds. So here's what you need to bring. You need a handful of oats, and you can farm these from haystacks in Ravendreth, or in Westfall you can get a grooming brush. You can buy these from the stable master in Darkhaven, a sturdy horseshoe which you can find on the ground around the Endmire itself, a bucket of clean water, you can just fill a bucket from a fountain in Bastion for an example, a comfort blanket, you can get this from Wayne Crypt Hill vendors, and a Dread Hollow apple. These are also bought from a nearby vendor too. I'm going to show you some background footage of where to get some of these items, because there is actually a few different locations you can get these, so I'm going to show you the footage of the multiple days grind of trading in the items and acquiring the mount, because after feeding and caring for the NPC for 6 days, on the 7th day she'll disappear and you'll be granted the item, and boom, you'll get Sinrunner Blanchy. No RNG, no farming mobs, just a bit of patience and a quick daily check-in. And you can sit one of your alts around this NPC spawn daily, log in, and if you have the required items you can easily just do the trade. Definitely one of the easier mounts to acquire. Next up is the Stormhide Salamander. It's a slick armoured lightning lizard that looks way rarer than it actually is. Now you don't need luck, rep grinds or raid drops for this one, just a little currency grind of elemental overflow. You can get this from a bunch of sources, but the easiest is just killing some rares and completing world quests in Dragonflight zones, particularly the Forbidden Reach and Primalist Future. If you've done any outdoor content in Dragonflight, chances are you already have a stash of this already. Once you have 2000 elemental overflow, head over to Valdrakken and talk to Mithressa. She's a quartermaster who trades that currency for cosmetics. Now she sells multiple items, but you'll want the Stormhide Salamander. It costs 2000 overflow. Pro tip, she also sells a cute little proto-drake companion named Stormy for just 1000 if you want a bonus pickup too if you're a collector. So yeah, no dungeons, no waiting, just grind a bit of overflow, visit Mithressa and boom, you've got a flashy mount that screams elemental fury. Next up, one of the most unique looking mounts from Dragonflight. Yep, it's a snail made of lava. This is Magmashell, and the method to get it is actually pretty genius. Head to the Walking Shores and find an NPC snail called Magmashell roaming near lava pools. These are around the coordinates 7633.6 or close by. Now the twist, you need to soak in lava to mount it, literally. Get the item Empty Magmashell. This drops off lava slurpers and basalt shells around this same area, or just buy off the auction house like I did. Then stand in a lava pool until you charge the shell, which takes about 20 seconds of full lava damage. I recommend bringing potions or some kind of lava resist item if you can find it, or if you're a class like a paladin like me, you can use some self heal and spells like your shield to be immune to damage for a little while, otherwise it's going to be pretty hard. Then you use the shell on Magmashell once it's fully charged and boom, the mount is yours. Now I will say that the spawn timer for this mount does take a long time. I just sat AFK in one place waiting for it to spawn and everyone else is literally waiting to steal it. But the good thing about this one is it's a one-time effort, there's no RNG, and you walk away with a lava-covered snail that looks straight out of a Firelands fever dream. It has an insanely original design, there's no drop chances, just a little bit of effort, and you literally have to tank lava to earn it, which is pretty cool, which makes it kind of an S tier flex. Now this one might sound weird, but you're literally feeding a gnoll his favourite snacks to unlock one of the cleanest flying mounts in Dragonflight. This one's the Temperamental Skyclaw, and it basically looks like a feathered fox griffin hybrid straight out of some kind of anime. So you'll need 20 of each of 3 different foods. These are all gnoll related meats that you can either farm from mobs or just grab them from the auction house like I did if you want to save time. Once you've got them all, just head to 3 Falls Lookout and find an NPC called Zonwagi. He's the guy that actually wants the meat. Trade him all 3 food snacks and you'll get the Skyclaw mount instantly. No rep grind, no quest chain, just protein based bribery. And if that wasn't enough, after unlocking the mount, in this whole chain segment, you can also get a little pet called Yipper, who's basically the Skyclaw in plush form. 2 easy cosmetics in 1 route, and one of the most stylized flying mounts in the expansion. The next one is Pure Cozy Energy. If you've ever wanted to float around WoW in a literal glowing magical cradle, this is the one. The Wildseed Cradle is one of the most peaceful, non-combat, no-stress mounts in the game. Head to Ardenweld, specifically the Garden of Night area. Your goal is to help Twinklestar, a little fairy creature, find her 5 missing gardening tools. Each one is a clickable object which is scattered around the garden. You'll need the Diary of the Night, which is on a table on an elevated tree platform, Gardener's Hammer inside a cart, Gardener's Basket on the ground near a fountain, Gardener's Flute under Dancing Spriggans, and the Gardener's Wand, which is hidden under another cart, but it's easy to miss. Now once you've found all 5, use any of them in your bag, and they'll combine into the Twinklestar's gardening toolkit. Now for the payoff, head to Turnaval and talk to Twinklestar herself. A new dialogue option will appear and she'll bless you with a moonsight buff. This literally lets you finally see what's been hidden right behind her the entire time, the cache of the moon. Open the cache and the Wildseed Cradle mount is yours. No RNG, no combat, no questline, just a magical scavenger hunt and an insanely aesthetic ride that you can flex while floating through any zone. This next one's a hidden gem, literally. To get the Shimmermist Runner, you'll need to solve a maze deep inside the Mistveil Tangle in Ardenweld. Start at the Oaken Assembly and follow the correct path through the maze, or just skip the scroll and follow a guide. At the end, you'll find Shizgir, the elite mob, holding the mount hostage. Basically, you just kill him. It's not too tough, especially if you've got self-heals or a pet, and even more so if you're in the current expansion level. And you can just click the nearby deer NPC to just instantly unlock the Shimmermist Runner. It's fast, free, soloable, and it's one of the best looking stags in this expansion. Totally worth the short puzzle. This one's an absolute sleeper hit. The Spinemaw Gladechewer is basically a massive armoured snail with pincers, and yeah, it's rideable. Head to Mistveil Tangle in Ardenveld, near the Turner Scythe dungeon entrance. Start killing bristlecone bonebreakers and terrors, and eventually you'll trigger a shout for help and spawn Chompy, a deranged elite snail. Once you kill Chompy, it lures out Gorm Tamer Tizo, who's the real boss actually holding the mount. Defeat Tizo and boom, the Spinemaw Gladechewer is yours. No rep, no farming days, just clear some mobs and trigger the rare. It's technically not 100% drop rate, but honestly most players do get it first try like I did. This one's also part of the Adventure of Ardenveld achievement, so it's both a mount and also a win for your checklist. Next is the Arboreal Gulper. It's a huge glowing blue frog that you can ride around like a druid on shrooms. It drops from the rare Humongous in Ardenveld, and right now it's a 100% drop rate, so if you summon him, you get the mount. Kill mobs anywhere in Ardenveld until you loot an unusually large mushroom. It's about a 1 to 5% drop from anything. Once you have the mushroom, you've got about 20 minutes to head to Damp Loam at 32.42, 30.26 in terms of coordinates, and click the loam to plant the mushroom. After a short wait, it basically grows into Humongous. Kill the rare, and boom, the Gulper is yours. No RNG, no group needed, and no daily lockouts. Just 1 mushroom away from riding a massive glowing frog. Plus, it checks off yet another box in the Adventure of Ardenveld achievement. The Swift Gloomhoof is a twisted nightmare horse that drops from a rare you can't even see, unless you shift into the Shadow Realm. You'll need the Dreamcatcher item to engage this rare, which is called Nightmare, who runs around Dream Shrine Basin in Ardenveld. Use the Dreamcatcher and you'll gain the Shadow's Dream buff, phasing you into a shadowy version of the zone where Nightmare becomes visible and targetable. Now if you leave the area or lose the buff, you'll phase out, but you can reuse the Dreamcatcher to stay in, even mid-fight. But do be aware this is kind of a little bit glitchy, especially with the phasing. Nightmare is a beefy rare with high HP and some AoE moves, but at max level it should really be no problem anymore. Once you kill him, the Swift Gloomhoof has an 85% drop chance, but most players just get it the first try. It's dark, dramatic, and way easier than it looks, and the mount absolutely slaps visually. This one isn't just a mount, it's a status symbol. The Trader's Gilded Brutosaur is the closest thing in WoW to owning a private jet. Originally sold for 5 million gold on a BFA vendor, it comes with a portable auction house NPC and a mailbox, nicknamed the Long strong boy, because look at it. But here's the twist, it was removed from vendors at the start of Shadowlands and it's no longer available anywhere in game. The only way to get it now, either buy it off the black market auction house, allegedly, where it shows up randomly, or buy the Gilded one from the Blizzard store. It may be controversial, but it's actually worth it. This isn't just a mount, it's a mid-air challenge. The Sundancer is a flaming celestial steed of light soaring over Bastion, and you have to literally glide onto its back to earn it. First off, get a Sky Strider glider. Either craft it via the Kyrian Covenant path, or just buy one off the auction house like I did. Then head to coordinates 60.04, 93.97 in Bastion, and activate the Ancient Memorial to get Sunrider's Blessing. Now go to the coordinates 61.37, 82.67, wait for Sundancer to spawn, and glide onto its back using the glider. Once mounted, rapidly press the soothe button whilst taking fire damage. Do it quick or you'll actually fall. If you succeed, Sundancer takes you back to the memorial, giving you the In the Hot Seat achievement and offers you a jewel. Bring it down to 10 HP in the fight to finish the challenge and claim your reward. Now if you do fall, you will have to buy another glider which costs a little bit of money, so try not to mess up too many times. The drop rate isn't 100%, but many get it the first or second try, and trust me, this mount is pure elegance. This one isn't earned with gold or loot drops, it's actually earned with some brain power. The Riddler's Mindworm is a secret mount hidden behind an 8-step riddle scavenger hunt across Azeroth. It all started with a cryptic set of clues that referenced a real ISBN code from WoW's lorebook, and Blizzard turned that ISBN into a full-blown in-game puzzle. To earn this mount, you need to collect 8 hidden pages in the exact order or it just won't work. The journey takes you to page 9 at Legerdemain Lounge in Dalaran, page 78 in the Twilight Grove in Dustwood, near the Moonwell, page 161 at the Firelands behind Ragnaros's platform, page 655, which is in Oldham between 2 small trees, page 845, this is in the Siege of Orgrimmar instance in the Shar of Pride's room, page 1127 inside the Well of Eternity dungeon, page 2351, this is in Kunlai Summit near Shadowpan Monastery, and page 5555, which is another statue but in Oldham. Now once you've gathered all 8 in this order, you head to coordinates 30.5, 28 in Westfall, where the final secret, which is the Gift of the Mind Seeker, awaits. Click it and the Riddler's Mindworm is yours. It's a cosmic twisting worm mount that screams, I know something you don't. This one used to be an epic grind, but now it's just a wallet check. The Bone White Primal Raptor is earned by collecting 9,999 giant dinosaur bones on the Isle of Giants. It's a throwback to the Ivory Raptor from classic WoW, which was one of the only ways for Alliance players to rock a clean unarmoured raptor. You can grind elites on the Isle of Giants, they drop anywhere from 1 to 45 bones per kill, or you can skip the grind and just buy them now off the auction house like I did. Once you've got them, turn them into Kuma on the island in the cave and you'll receive the Bone White Primal Raptor. Plus the feat of strength, I've got 9,999 problems, but a Bone White Primal Raptor ain't one. It's account wide, great for collectors, and way easier than it used to be. If you've got the gold, you can just snag this prehistoric beast in a couple of minutes. This one feels like a mini loot box, but in a good way. The red Primal Raptor comes from primal eggs, which are dropped off dinos on the Isle of Giants too. Just kill anything on the island, Sour Rock, Devil Saws, whatever, and eventually you'll loot a primal egg, and after 3 days of incubating in your bags, it'll hatch into one of 3 raptors, red, green or black. It's random, but you can get duplicates. I personally only needed around 4 eggs to get all of the different variants. Each egg has a decent drop rate and stacks the anticipation, kind of like waiting for a rare pet to hatch. And if you're already farming bones for the Bone White Raptor or deciding to buy them and then turn them in, you might just get these eggs while you're there as a bonus. Unfortunately, you can only carry 1 at a time, so you can't farm them all at once. You'll need to farm one, wait 3 days, and then be able to farm another. But it's a little fun mini grind with 0 gold cost and a great payoff, and they drop rather quickly. That's it. If you're not riding one of these by now, what are you doing? Want more easy mount guides or WoW secrets? Like the video and subscribe. Click one of these videos on screen next. Don't miss out. See you soon.